Hi guys, today we will speak more about the engine of my 335i, which I bought 2 years ago with the bottom of the market for very little money. So how I spoke with you last time, I didn't mention any tuning there. So let's start from the beginning about the engine. So it's BMW N55, which is next kind of generation of N54. It's not so friendly for extreme performance or tuning like N54, but on the other side you get it more reliable than N54 at some points. So when I bought this engine, how I told before, there was just few leaks of the coolant, one leak of the oil, and later on I found out that the fuel tank breathing valve was glitching, so I replaced it as well. I replaced oil, everything, and so far engine was completely alright. Please bear in mind, so if you're buying a powerful car, BMW, especially quite cheap, don't push it to the limit straight away. Make sure it's maintained properly. And still, like in my case, I had a daily driver, which kind of saved me if something wrong with this car. So before you're going same way like me, buying some performance car with a little or no money, make sure you have plan B in case if it will go down for some reason. So when I fixed everything what was broken, kind of broken, the main thing with these engines N54 and 55, they're running very hot. Basically all performance new engines from BMW, well, fairly new, so they are very hot. So what I wanted to make it colder as much as possible. So because I need to replace the oil gasket here, I decided to go Musselman turbo thermostat for the oil. It's quite expensive. It was like around 300 pounds or something like that. But basically for this engine, because they're running very hot, if you can decrease this temperature for any number, it will be better, because otherwise all the plastic, all the seals, all the rubbers, they're not anymore flexible, they broke, they start leaking, and that's why the crucial thing for this motor is the temperature. So this thermostat gave me like minus 10 degrees definitely, and same time I replaced oil housings. In general, I didn't think that I will touch the engine straight away. My plan was based on the wheels, suspension, M3 arms. But one day on the Facebook, I found out the guy, he's selling basically all bolt-on kit for stage 2 for a very good price. So that's why I decided to buy it and kind of change my plan. So now what we can see here, it's a cold or fairly cold intake from engine, which replaced the old plastic housing here with the metal one, which some of people think that it will become literally hotter, but it's not really like that, because we still have intercooler. So intercooler still cooling the temperature. Other thing, we have cold intake, which is coming straight from the grills to the cone filter. It's adding maybe a few horsepowers, but mainly I like to see the less plastic parts here, and I just like how it looks. Oil filter cap and the oil filler cap, it's just a few adds, they don't change anything much. So this oil cap, sometimes they tend to leak, and I replaced one because I thought that it's leaking, but because it was replaced before I replaced the tank valve, I thought that the seal is broken and maybe it's leaking. But after I found out that probably because the valve was broken, there was incorrect pressure, I would say, inside, and probably that's why there's some oil were coming out from the previous plastic cup. But anyway, now we have MMR billet aluminum cup, Hell cup for the filter, just a style, nothing more. Musselman filter, which is really giving you another temperature, much lower temperature. We have upgraded intercooler, Masata. I don't remember exactly. I think it's just one step up, but it's completely enough. It looks completely stock. It's fixing literally just clip on the same connections like original intercooler and nothing more. We have cutless downpipes. Yeah, there was two options, cutted or cutless, so I went straight away to the cutless downpipes again because the guy offered me very nice price. And I covered all this with a MHD up, which giving me a few options straight away. So you can map your car, you can check errors, faults, everything. You can monitor everything what's going on with your engine and the car in general. So I tune it with the MHD. First tune was like for stage 1, after stage 2, and I would say this stage 2 plus from MHD is completely enough for me. I'm not gonna push this engine to the limits because I still want to keep it reliable. As well, I replaced charge pipe with a metal one from Masata. I haven't got problems with the old one, so I still have it at home as well, but the plastic one tend to crack, especially when you push your boost up and make your engine more powerful. So apart of the filter and the oil thermostat, guy offered me very nice price for the Wagner downpipes, Masata intercooler, Masata charge pipe. So it was done all in one go, just because it was nice offer. So now I didn't dyno this car yet, so I expect, well, if it will be like around close to 400 horsepower, I will be very, very happy. I did dyno on the stock engine, but because the old dynos, they show different numbers. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's correct or no, if it's like on flywheel or on the wheels, because the old dyno stands, they're working differently. And the same place where I've been before tune, I think it's closed now. So that's why we will need to go to another place, and probably only because of that numbers will be already slightly incorrect. We'll see, we'll see. So now I want just to open everything. We need to remove the filter housing or intake, some plastic here, just the covers, and see what's going on with the spark plugs. Because in last 2 years since the car with me, I didn't touch spark plugs. I know that sometimes it's required to go 1 step or 2 step holder spark plugs, but before buying spark plugs and decide which step holder or original I need, I want to open them and see how they look now. Because how I told, for me, crucial thing is a maintenance before any performance. So yes, I did some performance now, but I'm still more concentrated about the maintenance. So yeah, at the moment car recently I did a service, so 107,000 miles. It's already 7,000, so 107,000. When I bought it was 98,000. So I'm not driving this very often. So in 2 years, it's not much, because I still want make sure it's everything working properly, everything is done properly before maybe I will take it for a truck. I don't know. So far, we're still doing bit by bit, how I thought, suspension, brakes, but now I think the spark plugs will be good key point to understand what we have before the basically season close, before the winter, and where we're going next step. Okay guys, I will carry on the spark plugs. I hope it's not going to be very boring. I will try to do a time lapse or just cut for the key moments, and we'll see what we have in the end when I will take them out. So now when it's everything open, we took the coils off. I realized that I have slight, not literally leak, but rocket cover gasket, as always, slightly oily in the end. Usually if you want to check if it's your head gasket leaking or no, it's the best corner to the check, the furthest left or right if you're sitting inside. So it's not leaking, but it's not clean. So probably in the future we need to do it as well. So I disconnected battery just for the safety reasons. Now I will take the spark plugs one by one. I don't want to keep the holes empty without anything inside, and I don't have any paper to cover them. So as you can see, I don't have any units, so I'm doing everything on driveway or just next to my house. So yeah, I will unscrew them one by one and quickly check how they looks, and if everything all right, we'll see. How we can see, everything looks all right so far. It's just the first one. I can see slight black signs, which can be caused it's too hot inside, especially because I did tune. So let's see how looks another ones. But anyway, I'm planning to put the colder one, and it's supposed to go colder ones. We'll see. So the second plug, pretty much all the same. Let's see what the brand they are. I guess, oh, it's a Bosch double platinum. It's not bad, but I don't really like that it's slightly black. So on this side as well. So it can be because the boost now is more, so it's getting too hot. It's not critical, it's not bad, especially because I'm not pushing this car every day, but probably I will replace them with the colder plugs. And yeah, I haven't got any misfires, any rough idles, so the engine working perfectly is just a preventive check. It's not because something is wrong. And I guess about the oil could be because the valve was dying, the tank breathing valve. It's caused the higher pressure of oil inside, the higher pressure of gases. So maybe that's why when it was the old valve, the oil cap and the gasket was kind of leaking more, and now they stop leaking at all because I replaced the valve. But still, because we're trying to make it perfect as possible, we will replace the rocket cover gasket next time as well. Number 3, so same. The oil spark plug look almost new, but the water corner is quite black. I will double check, but I reckon that it could be temperature inside. But thanks God, so far they're not oily, they're not burned, they're not destroyed, they're not melted, because if it's melted inside, that's really too hot. So in this case, it could be even alright. It's like so slight. But anyway, we will replace them. Pretty much same, because they've been replaced in the same time, so we can see the same wear on them, and they all will be same. Yeah, Bosch plate. Okay. One more with the same look. Okay, let's put it back. So guys, now when it's everything together, we checked our spark plugs. They looks alright. I double checked about this black spot on the electrode, so it could be because it's just a place where the intake valve coming to this side of the spark plug. That's why it's like a black spot. So they looks completely alright. I still don't know if it's worth to go for the colder ones or keep original ones what we have. We have still stock the Delphi coils, which are completely alright, so we just put them back. We found out some oil leakage from the valve cover gasket in the rear, on the back of the engine, where's the main point where we're always checking it. So it needs to be replaced. I don't know if we will be doing it before winter or later on, because the oil level stays alright, so it's not badly leaking. I will do it by myself and share my experience with you. I never done before it on this engine. It should be quite simple job, but because I'm bit all depends on the weather, because I'm doing everything outside, so I don't have units. We'll see what weather will be. When you're doing something here, when you're taking your original intake, or when you need to do even with some work with the coils, if you need to take off these breathing holes, be careful. They are plastic ones, and it's almost every single hose break, especially if they're older cars with more mileage. About the heat, because of the heat, it's becoming, the plastic becoming very, very sensitive, and it will break. Mine broke as well, so I was kind of ready for it. I will try to attach picture how looks my old one, so I replace it. The new ones, they are flexible, they're not expensive, so be prepared if you're doing something here, so probably you will need to replace these holes as well. In general, that's it for now. We found out that everything working fine, there's no burning spark plugs or so. We realized about the small oil leak, which we will cover a bit later. So in next video I will prepare this car basically for a winter, because I'm not using this car in the winter. When it's sold, I'm not using it at all. So I will show you how I'm treating my convertible roof. So what I'm doing with the seals, what I'm using for the greasing connections, every movement mechanism there. So I will basically show you everything what I'm doing with the roof. I'm doing this like twice a year, definitely, just to make it in a working order. So I will share it with you. I will show you some weak spots where I had some leaks, and as well I will show you how to clean drains, because some of the drainways were leaking on mine as well when I bought it. So thanks for watching. If you haven't seen the video before when I explained more the faults which I had with this car when I bought it, you can check it always there. If you have some questions, just ask me in the comments. Thank you. See you later.